Hi, this is Roland, and welcome to Season 1, Episode 8 of Cooking with Roland. Today, we'll be doing a Thanksgiving episode. Today, I'll be making cranberries and a pomegranate and cinnamon sauce and a pumpkin pie. All of today's dishes are gluten-free and dairy-free. Today's ingredients are ginger, nutmeg, cinnamon, a cinnamon stick, eggs, an orange, organic fresh cranberries, organic mashed up pumpkins, white sugar, almond flour, brown sugar, sea salt, pomegranate vinegar, coconut milk, and coconut oil. Today we're going to start with the pumpkin pie. The ingredients are eggs, ginger, nutmeg, cinnamon, Mama's almond blend flour, brown sugar, coconut milk, coconut oil, sea salt, and organic mashed up pumpkin. I'm making a dairy-free version of pumpkin pie with the gluten-free crust, but you can use regular dairy and gluten products if you'd like. First, we're going to make the crust. I've preheated the oven to 350. Now we're going to mix up our ingredients. First thing we're going to do is put 2 cups of the gluten-free Mama's recipe flour into the blender. Now we're going to put a 1/4 teaspoon of salt into there. Now we're going to put the top on and press pulse about 5 times. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to add 3 tablespoons of melted Nutiva coconut oil. 2 here. 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to add 2 eggs and blend until the mixture becomes into a dough. At this point, if it's not turning out right, you can always add a little bit of water into the mixture. As much as you desire, but don't make it too thin. Now you can kind of see it turning into a doughy ball. The dough came out a little bit sticky, but that's okay. Even if it is really sticky, that's okay. You can try to pull it out in a few big balls. Be careful of the blade. Pull it out if you want. That's what I'm doing because it's a lot easier for me. I just took the dough out of the food processor, and it came out a little bit sticky. But all we have to do is take a little bit of flour and kind of touch it up with it, make it a lot less sticky. Now the next step is we're going to put it in the pan and press it up evenly against the sides. Okay, hey, here's a question. What do you get if you divide a pumpkin's circumference from its diameter? Anyone know? A pumpkin pie. With the test pumpkin pie that I did, the crust was a little thick, so you kind of want to push down the crust and put it more into the center. Now I'm poking holes in the crust to so the air can get free and it won't crack or anything. Now what we're going to do is put it in the oven. Now we're going to bake the shell for 10 to 12 minutes at 350 degrees. I just took the pie shell out of the oven, and while it's cooling off, we're going to start on the pumpkin pie filling. The pumpkin pie filling is actually pretty simple. All I have to do is put milk, eggs, pumpkin, brown sugar, sea salt, and spices in the bowl. The first thing we're going to do is put the eggs in the mixing bowl. And we're going to whip them up a little bit. Next, we're going to add all the ingredients in. 1 cup of coconut milk, the can of pumpkin, whole can of pumpkin. Smells exactly like pumpkin pie, actually. And like that. Get the whole thing in there. It's about good. Add half a cup of brown sugar. It's a lot of sugar. 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, and a quarter teaspoon of everything else, including the salt I put in. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix it all up together until it's a nice consistency. Now we're going to pour the pie filling into the shell. And now we can put it in the oven. Now that the pie's cooking, we're going to start on the cranberry sauce. Now that we're going to start on our cranberry sauce, ingredients are an orange, a cinnamon stick, some water, pomegranate vinegar, organic cranberries, and organic sugar. Right now what I'm doing is I'm taking orange peels and prepping them for the cranberry sauce so we can have a bit of a better taste in it. We're going to take them out though, about halfway through the cranberry sauce. Now that I have a nice piece like this of orange peel with no pulp, I'm going to cut it into strips. The first step that we're going to do is add 1 cup and a quarter of sugar into a pan over medium-high heat, and then add half a cup of the pomegranate vinegar, half a cup of water, and stir it until the sugar dissolves in the whole. Which actually doesn't take as long as you'd think. Now we're going to add the cinnamon, well, the cranberries, the cinnamon stick, and the sliced up orange peels in. Then we're gonna let it get to a boil, and then we're gonna put this lid over, but we're not gonna do it like this. We want to do it like this. It actually kind of feels like you're stirring around marbles in water because they're kind of hard. But it's almost to a boil, so now, since as you can see, if you look really closely, you can see the bubbles coming up. Now we're going to turn it down to low and put the lid over it, just like that. And then we're going to wait for it to be. Then we're going to wait for it to melt down, kind of. Now we're going to wait for the cranberries here to pop, and while we're waiting, what happened to the turkey that got in a fight? He got the stuffing knocked out of him. As you can see here, the berries are starting to burst, so we're going to cook it for about a minute or so, and then we're going to take it off the fire. Now that that's done, we're going to put it on a different burner that's not on to cool down, then we're going to put it into the refrigerator to chill. Okay, while it's cooling, we're going to remove the cinnamon stick and all of the orange peels and put them in a bowl. Thanks for watching Cooking with Roland. Please subscribe, like, and if you have any comments, you can leave them on Facebook or at the bottom of this video. See you next time. Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, I'm a whipped cream. I'm a whipped cream. I'm a whippy whip. Whatever. Okay. And now we can put it in the oven.
Do it again. Look at the